Hello everybody, it's me, Shrewboy313, and welcome, I guess, back to Dragon Quest Monsters Joker, because it's the second time I'm playing this on my channel, but the first time I played it was back in 2015, and the quality, let's just say it was pretty sus back then. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say I have the best quality now, but I've certainly improved. And now I'm gonna be 100% honest, I'm replaying this again because I got one comment, and that comment made me feel good, and you know, sometimes that's motivation enough. Plus, I mean, this is a game I really enjoy. It's like this and the second Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. Literally, it'll be like every few years I'll think to myself, oh, I haven't played either of those in a while, and then like I'll just play through them because like they're not the longest games in the world. They take, I don't know, like 24 to 30 hours to complete, and I mean, for an RPG that's alright. So let's just get right into this, shall we, kids? Right, name the hero. I actually looked at, I didn't watch it all the way through, but I looked at like the first video that I made on this, and I went with Shrewboy then, and I've gotten lazier since then, so nope, we're not going to go with Shrewer, we're just going to go with Shroob. Woohoo! Now, the exact same video format I used in those videos I am using because, to me, that works. You can see both screens. Right. Now, I'm not going to do a terrible French accent that Black Jacques here has, even though I'm extremely tempted. Time to go, Shroob. The Warden is calling for you. ... Ah, yes, the old silent, edgy protagonist. With some piercing blue eyes. What is it? Have you grown fond of the stench down here? I was under the impression that Warden Trump would detain you for much longer. However, it would seem that he has had an alteration of the art on the matter. God, that sentence was a mouthful. But I digress. As members of Cell, the word of the Warden is absolute. And there we go, I slipped into the garbage French accent. I'm sorry. Even for his little son, no. Wait, did it say Warden Trump? Does that mean I'm technically Shroob Trump? Because that's depressing. I'm not a fan of that. So it has been 10 days already. 10 days since you attempted to run away and join that contest. You demonstrated an earnest, albeit crude interest in the event. And so I have made a decision. I will allow you to participate in the Monster Scout Challenge. Thank you, Father. Thank you, blurry Father. We will be acting as a Cell Cadet. I will relay further orders when the time is right. Keep in mind your role as a participant is merely a guise. I have no interest in whether you win or lose. However, you'll follow my instructions. All of them. Yep, now take this. A fancy ring that looks like it has a marble in it. The Scout ring, which, spoiler, it allows us to scout monsters or befriend them. As I recall, the opening ceremony of the challenge is today. Make your preparations, then head for domicile. Indolence? Don't know what that word means. And I mean, considering I literally have a degree in English, like a university/college degree, I probably should. Yeah, like, I am deplorably bad with words, despite the fact I'm an English student. To be fair, technically I'm still an English student. Right. How? Oh, I don't think I can open the menu just yet. Right. Now, from what I recall, nobody here has anything interesting to, like, give you. Like, no free items or anything, so I don't think there's any point in talking to them. So I'm not going to. Ah, is that an Axorus? We do not have that beast in the laboratory yet. Very good. The more samples we have, the more fun we have, n'est-ce pas? I wonder if our work is really going to make a difference, though. all we ever do is catch one monster after another over and over again. So you tell me you no longer trust Cell? Or the Warden? Listen here, my scout friend. And there it goes, I slipped into the French accent. From where you stand, you cannot see the big picture. But everything we do is part of the Warden's plan. We are like cogs in a machine, n'est-ce pas? Don't speak French, so don't actually know what n'est-ce pas means. Yeah, okay. Right. So, I'm gonna point out that even though this is one of my favourite games, and I've played it many times, I don't know all the secrets, and I'm not planning on 100%ing it, but I know more or less, like, the path that you're meant to take to get to where you're supposed to go. And I mean, that was the point I had to make. And I do know, like, excuse me sir, a few like little tips and tricks or whatever just to make this game go a bit smoother for you. The first one actually comes in right here. I've been waiting for you, Shroob. Your mission is to infiltrate the Monster Scout Challenge, right? You can board a sea scooter for domicile here, but once you've left you won't be able to return until your mission is completed. So, what'll it be? Are you leaving? Yes, because like I said, there's nothing for us here. So we just go to domicile. And just a moment, I forgot something. You need to choose a monster. Yeah, this is like sort of where the Pokemon-esque aspect comes into this game. Like you choose your starter monster instead of a starter Pokemon. And the main difference is like monsters compared to Pokemon. The monsters are disposable. Like they're designed to be disposable. Because spoilers, like, to get stronger monsters, you synthesize them to make them stronger, whereas with a Pokemon, you just take it with you and it grows. And that's that. Right. Now obviously, if you're playing along, if you're playing the game, choose whichever of the 3 monsters you want. My recommendation, and the one I always pick, is the Mischievous Mole, because all 3 of these monsters, they are obtainable on not domicile, but the first island you go to. So like, you can get all 3 of them there. But to me, the Mischievous Mole is the best of the 3. Just because it's the power hit, like the heavy hitter out of the 3. And it has an ability, if I can go to it, I've gone the wrong way. Traits Psycho, that allows it to psych up and make itself like deal more damage. So I mean, out of the 3, to me, it's the best. And for a name, I don't want to just call it A. Molar, sure. Let's call it Molar. This mole is now a tooth. Hello, this is my my first monster. I named it after a tooth. Yeah. Oh, tragic. Oh well. The Green Bay's archipelago consists of 7 diverse islands. They are home to an extraordinary abundance of monster life. The most talented monster scouts congregate here for one special event. The world-famous Monster Scout Challenge! Woohoo! Right, and if I recall, all of these 7 islands, like, all of their names are puns, I think? Oh, there we go, we can open the menu. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm assuming domicile is meant to be like, I think it's a pun on domicile, like, which means like home or something to that effect. I could be wrong. I most likely am wrong, so don't come for me if I am wrong. Right, so you know what? I did make a cut, but I've decided I'm gonna leave it in. That little jack plugged out thing that popped up in the corner, like, I often complain on this channel that my sounds go. Like, that jack plugged out thing, that is what happens when my sound goes. That was the point I had to make. I just figured I'd leave that one in, just so, like, you guys know as well. Now, I don't think, again, there's no one we need to speak to here other than this guy. Preparations for the challenge opening ceremony are running behind schedule, so the main square at the top of the steps is currently closed. We apologise for any inconvenience. And then, did my sounds die again? Maybe. Oh dear, am I annoyed by that? Yes. But we're gonna keep going. Right, what I think we need to do is if you go down the steps, yep, we need to head to Infant Isle. Because the opening ceremony is delayed, we need to go take the Scout Pledge at Infant Isle. And as far as puns go, infantile is clearly a pun on the word infantile, which is literally just as it says. Infantile, like young, childish, something like that. And there you go, on the right hand side of the screen you can see the archipelago and all of the islands we need to go to. Now, tip and... oh never, I was about to say tip and trick number 2, but we need a cutscene first. Cool. Oh actually, since we've gotten here as well, I can show off combat as well. Because, bloop bloopity doop, the first battle you normally get into is with the old Dragon Quest staple, the slime. Right, first order business, I'm just going to switch to don't use magic because I'm lazy. I mean, the battles are pretty simple. Like, I feel like I don't really need to explain much. Like, they're turn-based. That's about it. You get experience and gold coins, which is your currency in this world, at the end of them. Well, when you win at least. And what I wanted to show you, when this is finished slowing down, is if we get into another battle, if I can catch this slime. Right, is... oh, actually, you can... let me explain quickly. If you select fight, your monsters just fight automatically, like, as it says at the top, according to tactics. Orders, you can give, you know, specific orders. Tactics is change tactics. And scouting, that is how you get new monsters. But this is why I chose the Mischievous Mole, because of Psych-Up. Because Psych-Up, like, there's 4 stages of it. And like, with each stage of Psych-Up, like, your monster's next attack will do more damage. And scouting, like, is dependent on the damage you do to the enemy in one attack. So with the Mischievous Mole, you can, like, increase its attack up to great heights, like, really quickly, with Psych-Up. So that's why I recommend, like, the Mischievous Mole over any of the other 2 monsters. Just because in the earlier... like, in the earliest stages of this game, like, that Psych-Up to scout monsters is really helpful. Because when we do this, like, we'll show you, like, the scouting now, there's that percentage, and it's shot immediately up to 90%. Now, if I hadn't psyched up that many times, it... wow. With 90% I still failed. Love that. Yeah, it is literally a probability game. And fun fact, you can lose on the low probabilities, which I often do. Yeah, that was literally it. Like, Psych-Up makes it easier, but it's still not a guarantee. And there you go, you saw the enemy launching a desperate attack. That just means that they're about to get a critical hit. That's all that means. And yes, we are nearly dead to a slime. Because I didn't imagine that that first scouting would fail. Right. Let's try again, shall we? It's not going well, kids. Right, oh, there we go, it's 98% this time, so we're all but assured we're gonna get it this time. Thank goodness. Right. Now my nope, that wasn't proper English. My next little, I guess, hint comes in the form of just, like, if you can and you can be bothered, scout 4 slimes here, get 2, like, I'm just going to say 2 positively charged ones and 2 negatively charged ones. It'll, again, I'm not going to spoil it as to why just yet, but I mean, you'll see when we get to the time being. And now, positive and negative charges, they come into play when you want to, like, basically make your monster stronger. I'm gonna try and avoid these slimes as we head into that building, so I will explain what I mean. Like, I realise I am just waffling while I speak, but what I'm trying to say, like, there is an end goal. I promise. I'm not just saying garbage. Right. I don't think I ever explained it, but this is a Scoutpost. It's the equivalent of your Pokemon Center. And like your shops here, your healing here, your save is here. And then you're gonna have to go through the monsters. If they get hurt, you can come back and heal them. Right, don't need anything right now. This is the bank, that's where you store your money. This is monster storage, I believe. Yeah, monster storage. Like, you can have 3 monsters on your team at once, and you can have 3 in substitute, but after that they get sent to storage. This, my kids, is probably one of the most, if not the most important thing in this game. Monster synthesis. They fuse monsters of opposing charges, and then, yeah, you'll have to wait till the challenge begins. You're like 2 monsters of opposing charges, Molar and Slime Minus. They are both negatively charged, so we can't synthesize them together. But if one of them was positively charged, we could. Is there anything else I need to explain? I don't think so. Oh yeah, the item vending machine. That is your shop. That's it. Now, normally you would be able to go through these doors. I believe it's called the Scout's Den in there. And there's a notice board with news on it. There are other scouts in there. You can meet friends, you can trade in there. Right. And they're basically just, again, giving us tutorials. Actually, I'm just going to have a quick look at what we can do here. Save chance encounter. That's using DS wireless communications that have been defunct by this point. And I think that's just like your help guide. I think, I'm pretty sure it is. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head back. Oh, wait, actually, how much money do I have? Oh, I've got 151 coins, cool. So I guess you get 150 to start with. Right, I'm also gonna try scouting. You know what, I'm gonna make a cut to hopefully when I've scouted 4 slimes, by which I mean another 3. And yeah, that's my point. Oh, one other thing. When you try and scout a monster that you already have, like you already own one of, like your chance to scout it goes down. Like even using the same like massive psych up, like the probability that you'll successfully scout it will go down. That was it. That was my point. So like I said, I'm going to make a cut because like this might take a little while because it might be a bit of a pain. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, I successfully scouted a second slime. This one is a positively charged one. Right, so I gave up on trying to get the slimes because the probability of like scouting them was too low, and I figured I might as well, you know, beef up the monsters I have a little bit and then come back and get them. That was the point. And then I also realised I never actually showed you what the shop is like. Like, you can get medicinal herbs, which are your healing items, and then you can also get weapons, which I realised would probably be a good idea. So I'm gonna get Molar this stone axe, because it'll bump its, you know, attack up, what's that, 7 points, which, when its attack is 16, bumping it up to 23, that is a sizable chunk. And then I'll spend the rest of my money on medicinal herbs. That was it. That was my point. You're welcome, / I'm sorry. And, yeah. Other than that, I'm just gonna head back out. And we're gonna continue. You see, now I've had the island. I've had the idea, now that I've beefed up Molar a little bit, I'm thinking it might be worth trying to scout a slime again. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm just here to waste your time, apparently. But I mean, Actually, this will be a good way to, like, show you, like, the probability, I suppose. Right, and literally off-screen, this is all I was doing. Like, defending with my other slimes and just having Mola psych up every turn. That was literally all I've been doing. Oh dear. Now, I was gonna say something. That's really good. It's really good commentary. I was gonna say something, but I completely went out of my mind. Yeah, I was also thinking it might have been worth maybe trying to buy an item, like if I hadn't have blown all of my money on the stone axe. Like, buy some items for the slimes as well. Just because, I mean, they are valuable members of the team right now. Oh, also, yeah, I reorganised my team just to make it look like the slimes are Mola's guards because it was aesthetically pleasing to me. Yeah, like you can see there, it's down at like 36% now, compared to what that first slime was 90 and 98%. So yeah, it's like a sizable difference. Oh wow, okay, work. Like, I was having horrendous luck trying to get them off screen, but I managed to get this one first time. So that marks my second positively charged slime. So all I want to do now is get one more negatively charged slime, and then I'm good. Oh, I will mention, before I forget, monsters, like, on your active team, they get 100% experience. Monsters, like, in your substitute, they get 50% of the experience, like, from battle. I believe it's 50, it might be like 30 or 25%. I'm not entirely sure of, like, the full, like, the full split. And then monsters in storage, I believe they get, like, 10%. I know everyone gets experience. Like, there is a, like, what I'm saying is technically correct, just the splits might be wrong. Because, like I say, I've played this game a lot, but I don't know, like, the 100%. Like, I don't know everything about it. Like, I'm not a professional, nor am I claiming to be. This is literally just a video game that I like. That is literally, that is my credentials for playing this game. And also, I know I said that I was gonna, like, cut out all of this. But, I mean, I've got things to say, so... I mean, I might as well do it over, like, while I'm doing this. Or at least attempting to do this. And I'm gonna say, if this scouting fails, I will just scout the other one off screen. Just because I feel like I don't want to force you to, like, sit through me doing this for, like, an entire episode and just wasting time. Right, 45%. It's still like a solid chance. It doesn't mean it's gonna work. Okay. And now, slime, if you want to really expedite this process for me, please be negatively charged. Oh my god, it is. Yeah, because, like, when you scout a monster, like, unless you use a specific item that we'll come across later, like, it is completely random as to whether it's going to be positively or negatively charged. But actually, since we've now got the 4 slimes that I was trying to get, I'm going to leave this first episode here. I know we didn't do a lot, but Yetta still managed to fill like 20-25 minutes. Just with me talking with so much garbage, I'm sorry. So, I mean, you know, watch this if you want to. Although I suppose if you're at this point, you will have watched it. Thank you if you watched it, that's cool. If you didn't, well, you won't be here. And you know, if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see you in the next part, where we'll actually be continuing, and, well, I say continuing, we'll actually be making it off of the beach of Infant Isle, I promise. And, I mean, I'll probably scout some more monsters along the way. So yeah, I will see you then.